Wow. Hi everybody. Welcome to the Samantha K experience. This is the long-awaited episode 9 of season 2, um, basically called Where I've Been. Um, it's kind of hard to say. It's been um a long time. Um, I know I've had moments where I will come back and then I will leave again. And honestly, there was a lot that has happened. I mean, there's always a lot of stuff going on with me, so I'm not opposed to some type of drama. Like I somehow it finds me. Um, well, one of the main reasons why I've been away for so long, um, honestly, I got to a point where there was a lot of content that I could have made that I could have made an episode out of, but I just I don't know. I just simply didn't have the desire to record anything. Um, it was just a lot going on. Um, as you know, I've by this time I already had, moved on from my previous job and I'm working a full-time job now. So a lot of times when I come home, I really am just too exhausted to even like pick up the headphones and record anything. There was, a lot of um personal things that have transpired um that I'm not really gonna get into because honestly I don't know how many people listen to my show, and I don't really want to put anyone's personal business out there for the whole world to hear. Um, it's just that when you've reached the point in your life where you're stuck and you don't know what to do, it's it becomes overwhelming. And at a lot of points, I just wanted to hide because I started doubting myself and my ability to um do what I do. I lost my voice. I didn't know if I was good enough to, maintain this podcast. And, I haven't been on in a long time, so it was one of those things like I can't remember thinking like, will people even care if you even come back? Like why even bother? It's not like you pull in so many views or, but I was never really the type to think about it like that. I was just like, hey, if someone listens, that's just, I'm thankful. If just one or two people listen, I'm thankful that my podcast would reach anyone, you know, because I'm not that type of person, But I thought about it and I was just like, yo, I don't know if I could do this anymore because it's like so many things have gone on personally and I just became a bit more depressed and started feeling like this is just not for me. Like I stopped enjoying a lot of the things that I used to like doing. The podcast specifically was something that I enjoy doing. I do video games as well too. And, I would still play, but, even then, sometimes that was like, it felt like a chore. Like I could never decide on what I wanted to do. Like everything was just so indecisive and so, like, uncertain as to what I wanted to do. And, and then it was until, um, I spoke to my therapist, and she had said to me numerous times that, part of the process is taking care of yourself, self-care, learning to enjoy yourself, love yourself, find the things that you used to do that you were very, passionate about. And I started thinking when she started listing off the things to me, and I said, you know what? The thought of going back to the podcast was like overwhelming because I was always so scared to pick up the mic or my headset and just start talking. Like everything was just so like frightening, you know, and I didn't know what to do. I I know I have support, but when you're faced with overwhelming personal things like, you know, whether or not you're still going to keep your job or, personal things going on in your life, like, wondering about your relationships with people, where they're going, you're also thinking about your family, like, are they going to be okay? Like, things like that, it starts to weigh on you, very heavily. So I just stepped away from it after the last, episode that I did, based off of me going to the Duran Duran concert. Um, I had other things that I wanted to talk about with you guys. Like, it was wrestling based. I started getting back into watching it a bit more. There was so many different shows that I could have like did an episode on, or certain TV shows or documentaries that I started watching, but like I just felt like a zombie. I didn't even feel like myself a lot of times. I would talk to friends and I'm just feel like lost. I was like trying to find things to make me happy. And I realized that a lot of times I'm not happy because I'm not in a space where I want to be, furthermore. Um, but I just kept on coming back to the show. Like it meant a lot to me to try to turn this little mom and pop podcast into something, whether it was trying to tirelessly edit the music for the show, trying to get guests on the show. And I'm so thankful that I've gotten, at least three people to come on the show. And they're all fashion designers. It makes it so funny to me. Um, are just terrifically wonderful people, that, I just wish them the best of luck. And if they ever want to come on the show again and, talk about anything that they got going on, I'd be more than happy to, sit down and have an interview with them. Um, it was just like, you know, when you're feeling, you just don't know what to do with yourself. And I could just keep going on and on and on about it, but it's hard. Like you reach a stage in your life and you really don't have all the answers to all your questions. Like, what is this for? What is this purpose? What am I doing? What am I here for? Um, I was just I was just stuck. And I just, said this evening, just tonight, I said, you know what, Sam, you haven't recorded an episode since last year, September. Why don't you pick up the damn headset and just speak? Just let it all out there on the table for everyone. Just tell them what you've been up to. Be honest. And after trying to figure out what my password to the account was, because things changed since I haven't been here. Now everything is under Spotify and not Anchor anymore. So I had to try to, figure out and verify this and verify that. So that was a little annoying, but I'm glad that I'm here and I'm here to talk to you guys. Uh Honestly, I this is one of the few things in life that I actually enjoy doing, and I'm sad that I was away for so long. It's been many, many months. Not quite a year yet, but it was almost a year when I looked at the last date of the last episode, and I was like, crap, that's like September of last year. Like, dude, what are you doing? But go and record something. But I just said, you know what? I'm gonna give this the old college try, and I'm gonna come on here and talk to you guys for a bit and express my feelings on a lot of things. A lot of things I actually stopped doing. It wasn't just the podcast too. Um, I used to I would I have a few episodes here dedicated to Lore Olympus, and I stopped reading that. So there was no content for me to give on that. Um and I I want to pick it back up again, honestly. But I wanted my friend to come on the show. Um, you guys already know Abby, but I wanted a male perspective on the show, so it was kind of hard, and he kind of sort of doesn't want to do it, so I don't think he wants to do it now. But yeah, I just wanted like, or even if the three of them want, two of them, sorry, wanted to have a sit down conversation, just go back and forth with like some of the things that happened on in the webtoon, I'd be more than happy to do it. Um, so guys, if you're listening, like just, text me, let me know. You could do like, a little forum, Abby says, her perspective, and my other friend says his perspective. That'd be great. I mean, just an idea out to think about, hint hint. But yeah, man, I tell you guys, like it wasn't easy. There's been a lot of sleep sleepless nights, like a lot of anxiety that built up inside of me while I was gone. Uh, it was a lot. There was a death that happened um last July, and that kind of just like took the wind out of, you know, everyone's sails. And so it was just still trying to cope with that. And honestly, like just just trying to maintain some level of normalcy. You have an ill relative, so that's also been a thing on my mind as to, you know, how to go about taking care of this person. So it's just been one thing after another, and I can't even bullshit you guys. I'm not really happy about it, but I guess it's part of life and these things happen. Oh man, like I don't know. Like I feel like there's so much I want to say, but it's like I gotta be careful what I say because I don't want to, like I said before, I don't want to put anybody's business out on Front Street because it's not, my place to tell anything. I can only give like a bit of insight, from my perspective. Um, yeah, but there's just been a lot of stuff going on, and trying to deal with it. So hopefully this will be the last time that I, have to leave or come back. Um, it's just been like it's been exhausting. Few months. It's just been one thing after another, and it's just like it was like no end in sight. But I'm here because, and I'm back because I want to be here. I miss doing this. I miss, me editing the episodes and then posting it online and hopefully I get a response. Like those moments I miss, you know, using my laptop here to just cut and paste things and upload and make sure that the sound sounds good and replay the whole episode for my ears to hear how I sound. Um, yeah, man, it's been a wild ride, and I hope that I could come back with more content. I hope I won't be back to from, you know, stay away for too long. Um, I'm trying to see if I could record, make a schedule for myself, to see when are the good times that I could record. Um, I'm hoping I could record at least maybe Tuesdays and maybe Friday evenings. I'm not sure, but we'll probably give it a trial run and maybe record something for Friday, or you know, record maybe Thursday and then upload it for Friday. Um, you know, so that you guys have something to listen to heading into the weekend. That'll be great. Um, and then I'll just have something like maybe, I don't know, maybe it should be like Tuesdays and Fridays every couple of weeks so that there's like a level of consistency there and I won't have to bombard you guys with so much content. Um, yeah, I think that would be great. But you know, if you guys are listening, let me know. Give me some advice. Let me know what you think. If it should be a bi-weekly show, twice a week, or bi-weekly, maybe one episode a week, or an episode like two episodes every week. Like just let me know. And I'll just take whatever you say under advisement. Oh, but there before I go, I just want to wrap it up here because I don't want to drag on for too long. There was a correction in the previous episode where I spoke about Duran Duran's I mentioned the White Album. That was a mistake on my part, and I was dying to come back and tell you guys the White Album is not what their album is called. It's called the Wedding Album, and it has pictures of bride and grooms all over the album. Sometimes like some of the pictures are inside of another picture on the album with, I think it's gold letters of on the album. I think there might be pictures of the band's family on their wedding day. I could be wrong. I have to look it up and for research purposes. The White Album is actually what I think the Beatles album is called. Um, so just so that you guys know that the discrepancy there, in case anybody wanted to call me out on it, from the last episode, like months ago, like was like 10 months ago. Yeah, yeah, Wedding Album, Duran Duran, the White Album, believe it's the Beatles. I don't believe how I can mess that up, but I think I was just so caught up in the moment. My brain said white because referring to the wedding dress color. So that was just a mistake on my part. Please don't hurt me, or come for my neck. So I just wanted to clear that up. Also I wanted to touch base on the fact that guys, there's like so much other stuff that we could talk about, but you know, I just gotta think about it. Like, there's so many movies that came out, many TV shows, um, and the music game has been really interesting these past few months. Oh my God, like, there's so much things that I really wanted to talk to you guys about. Maybe I could do that in the next episode. But until then, you guys stay safe out there. Stay cool because we're gonna have a scorcher this summer. Um, yeah, stay cool. Make sure that your pets are indoors. They're chilling. They're cool. You know, because they got hair, so they might be feeling a bit hot and dehydrated. So make sure that they're okay. Um, you guys take care of yourselves. Drink plenty of fluids. Stay with a fan or AC. Don't go outside if you don't have to when it's really hot. Um, yeah, just and just enjoy your life. Sit down, watch a movie or a TV show, or read your favorite book, draw, color, crochet, knit, whatever you guys feel like doing. Maybe design an outfit for our designers out there. Do whatever you feel that's good enough for you. Like, or what you, I shouldn't say just good enough for you, but do what you enjoy doing. Recall the things that you love to do and try to pick it up back again. Get some familiarity with who you used to be. Be familiar with who you used to be and think about where you want to be and incorporate the two. All right, that's some words of wisdom from your girl here, Samantha K. And this is the Samantha K experience. Take care of yourselves, everyone. Bye.